Okay, the first question is at night it is hardest to see. The right answer of this question is pedestrian. So I'm going to click on the second option, correct, and next.
Hello, this video is specially for Florida state quizzes, and in first part of the video we cover first 5 quizzes, and in second part we cover next 5 quizzes. So let's jump on quiz number 1 of Florida state. We also have US driving practice quiz app in which you can choose your state and study questions answers with audio. To download this app, go to Play Store, search US Driving Test, and here you can find our app with this logo. Install the app, choose your state, and enjoy free sign test and question answers quizzes. So the first question of quiz number 1 is which of the following statement is true about BAC, blood alcohol content? So the right answer of this question is the breathalyzer is a test of person's BAC. So I'm going to click on the first option. Yeah, this is the right one. The second question is what kinds of drugs other than alcohol can affect your driving ability? The right answer of second question is all of these choices. So I'm going to click on the last option. This should be the right one. And we will move to the next question. The third question is what does alcohol do to your driving skills and judgment? The right answer is it harms both driving skills and judgment. This is the right one, and we will move to the next. The fourth question is which of the following does alcohol affect? So the right answer is all of these choices. So I'm going to click on the last option. Which of the following does not happen after drinking? So the right answer is you calm down so you can concentrate. So I'm going to click on the last option. The sixth question of quiz number 1 is if you drink alcohol socially, what helps ensure safe driving? So the right answer of this question is ride home with a friend who has not been drinking. So I'm going to click on the second option. This should be the right one. What effect does drinking alcohol and taking a prescription drug or over the counter medicine have? The right answer is the combination could multiply the effect of the alcohol. So I'm going to click on the third option. Next. What effect might alcohol and another drug have when combined in your blood? The right answer is increase the effects of both. So I'm going to click on the first option. Next. What are the consequences that can result from driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs? So I'm going to select the last one, which is all of these choices. The 10th question of quiz number 1 is which of the following influence the effects of alcohol? The right answer is all three choices. So I'm going to select the last option, which should be the right one. Next. It is illegal for a person under 21 years of age to drive with a blood alcohol concentration BAC. That is, the right answer is 0.01% to 1/100th of 1% or more. So looking like the second option is the right one. Next. On average, the human body can dispose of the alcohol in 12 ounces of beers in about. The right answer is 1 hour. Next. Blood alcohol content BAC depends on each of the following except the right answer is how physically fit you are. So let's click on the last option, correct? The 14th question is drinking coffee after drinking alcohol. The right answer of this question is has no effect on blood alcohol content. So I'm going to select the third option. Next. If you drive after drinking, be aware that alcohol affects. The right answer is all of these. Next. What happens to your driver's license if you refuse to take a chemical test, breath, or blood? The right answer of this question is your driver's license will be taken away. So I'm going to click on the third option. Next. A driver who is taking a non prescription drug should. The right answer is read the labels on the drug before driving. So let's click on the first option. Next. The second last question of quiz number 1 is a chemical test is used to measure. The right answer of this question is blood alcohol content. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next. The last question is what is the only effective way to reduce your blood alcohol content? The right answer of this question is allow your body time to get rid of alcohol. So I'm going to click on the third option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and this is the end of quiz number 1.
Okay, the first question is at night it is hardest to see. The right answer of this question is pedestrian. So I'm going to click on the second option, correct, and next. The second question is to pass a slower moving vehicle on a two-lane road, you must. The right answer of this question is use that lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one.
The third question is when driving on a freeway entrance ramp, you should look for a gap in freeway traffic by. The right answer is looking in your mirrors and turning your head to look over your shoulder. So it seems like the last option is the right one. So I'm going to click on the last option. Correct. And next. The fourth question is highway hypnosis is a driver condition that can result from. The right answer is staring at the roadway for long periods of time. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. And next. The fifth question is on a two-lane road, you may pass another vehicle on the right when. The right answer is the driver you are passing is making a left turn. So I'm going to click on the last option. Correct. And next. Seat belts can be most effective as injury preventive devices when they are worn by. The right answer of sixth question is passengers and the driver whenever they are in the car. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one. Yeah. And next. Collisions can happen more often when. The right answer is one vehicle is traveling faster or slower than the flow of the traffic. So looking like the third option is the right one. Yes. And next. When you are merging onto a freeway, you should be driving. The right answer is at or near the same speed as the traffic on the freeway. So I'm going to click on the first option, correct, and next. The ninth question is it is best to keep a space cushion. The right answer of ninth question is on all sides of the vehicle. So looking like the last option is the right answer, and next. Tenth question is always use your seat belt. The right answer is when the vehicle is equipped with seat belt. So let's click on the third option and next. The 11th question is which of the following statements about blind spots is true? So I'm going to click on the second option, which is large truck have bigger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. So next. When you drive through an area where children are playing, you should expect them. The right answer of this question is to run out in front of you without looking. So I'm going to click on third option. Correct. And next. When driving near a blind pedestrian who is carrying a white cane or using a guide dog, you should. The right answer is slow down and be prepared to stop. So first option and next. An orange triangle on the back of vehicle indicates that vehicle. The right answer is travels at slower speed than normal traffic. So third option should be the right one. Yes, and next. A safe speed to drive your car. The right answer is depends on the weather and road conditions. So this one is the right one. And next. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle. So I'm going to click on the second option, which is must yield to drivers in the roundabout or traffic circle. So second one, yes, and next. On two-way streets or highways, you should start left turn. The right answer is close to the center line. Yes, and next. When traveling behind a motorcycle, the right answer is allow at least 4 seconds of following distance, which is the third one. Next. The only time you do not have to stop for a school bus whose red lights are flashing and stop arm extended is when you. The right answer is are driving on the opposite side of a divided highway. So seems like the first option is the right answer. Yes, and next. You are waiting to turn left at a multi-lane intersection and opposing traffic is blocking your view. You should. The right answer is until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. And next. When a truck driver behind you wants to pass your vehicle, your speed should. The right answer is remain steady or decrease. So first one, yes, and next. U-turns in residential district are legal. The right answer is across two sets of solid double yellow lines. So I'm going to click on the third option. Yes, and next. Drivers who eat and drink while driving, the right answer is have trouble controlling their vehicles. So last option should be the right one. And next. You need to use extra caution when driving near a pedestrian using a white cane because he or she is blind, which is the third one. Yes, and next. Allowing a space question is important because it, the right answer is, allows you time to react to situations. So I'm going to click on the second option and next. To make a right turn at the corner, you, the right answer of 26th question is must merge into the bicycle lane before turning, which is the third one. And next. After a train has passed, you should.
The right answer is the first one, which is check again for approaching trains and proceed with caution. So correct and next. 4 second rule refers to how one should. The right answer is the third one, which is follow another car. Next. You can park and leave your car. The right answer is none of the above. So I'm going to click on the last option and next. The law gives blank the right of way at intersections. The right answer of this question is no one, which is the first one. Next. The 31st question is preparing to smoke and smoking while driving. The right answer is are distracting activities. So let's click on the third one. Next. Teenage drivers are more likely to be involved in a crash when the right answer is they are driving with teenage passengers. So it seems like the third option is the right one. And next. And entering a freeway, so you can select second option, which is you must yield the right of way to vehicle already on the freeway. Correct. And next. When exiting a highway, you should slow down. The right answer is once you have moved into the exit lane, which is the third one. Yeah. And next. Under normal conditions, a safe following distance between your car and the car ahead is 3 seconds behind the vehicle you follow, which is the third option again. Next. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and so it seems like the last option is the right one. Look both ways ahead and ensure it is clear and safe before moving off. So I'm going to click on the last option. Next. If you want to get off from a freeway but you missed your exit, you should. So you can choose first option, which is go to the next exit and get off the freeway there, right? And next. If you are following a truck that swings left before making a right turn at an intersection, you should remember that it is very dangerous to. So again, you can choose first option, which is try to squeeze between the truck and curb to make a right turn. So first option, this is the correct one. And next. If you stop at a railroad crossing with more than one truck, so wait until you have a clear view of all trucks, which is the first one, right? And next. Minimum speed signs are designed to. The first option is again the right one, which is keep traffic flowing smoothly, right? And next. When entering a highway from an entrance ramp, you should generally. So you can choose last option, which is accelerate to the speed of traffic, right? And next. To avoid last minute moves, you should be looking down the road to where your vehicle will be in about blank. So second option is the right one, which is 10 to 15 seconds. Correct. And next. If you are driving behind a motorcycle, you must. So you can choose first option, which is allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. First option, you have selected the correct one. And next. When sharing the road with a truck, it is important to remember that in general trucks so take longer distance than car to stop, which is the first again, right? And next. The most important thing to remember about speed management and curves is to the right answer is slow down before you enter the curve, which is the second option. Yeah, I selected the right one and next. On long trips, you can prevent drowsiness by the right answer is the third one, which is stopping at regular intervals for a rest. This is the correct one and next. Your lane position should blank. So you can choose second option, which is protect your lane from other drivers. So I'm going to click on the second option, correct, and next. When no signs, signals, or police tell you what to do at an intersection, the law states that. So the last one is the right one, which is drivers turning left must yield to drivers going straight through the intersection. So last option, you have selected the right one and next. You drive defensively when you keep your eyes moving to look for possible hazards, which is the third one, and this should be the right one. Yeah, right. Next. To turn left on multi-lane streets and highways, you should start from the left lane, which is the third one. Next. When passing a bicyclist, you should so you can choose second option, which is move as far left as possible. So second option, correct, and next. Who must yield when a driver is turning and a pedestrian is crossing without a traffic light? So the answer is the driver, which is the second option. And next. One of the rules of defensive driving is stay alert and keep your eyes moving, which is the second option again, right? And next. Second last question is when a school bus has its lights flashing and it stops arm extended, you must. So the right answer is stop at least 10 feet away from the bus, which is the first option. And next. The last question is when passing on a multi-lane highway. So the right answer of last question is be sure the passing lane is clear, which is the first option again. This is the correct one. Congratulations on completing your first two quizzes. So now we are going to move to the third one and let's click on practice driving test number 3,
which have 15 questions actually. Here we go. The first question is, if you are stopped by a police officer, you should. The right answer of this question is, stay in your vehicle with your hands on the steering wheel and wait for the officer to approach you. So let's click on the third option. Next. The second question is, the zero tolerance law reduced the blood alcohol content BAC from 0.08% to blank for drivers under 21 to be charged with driving under the influence. The right answer is 0.02%. So I'm going to click on the first option, correct, and next. The third question is, if you are involved in a crash, you must. The right answer of this question is stop, help any injured, report the crash to the police, exchange information, and notify your insurance company. So let's click on the third option, correct, and next. For a first conviction for driving under the influence at any blood alcohol concentration level, you could. The right answer is pay a fine of at least $300. So I'm going to click on the last option, correct, and next. If you are arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol and you refuse to take the blood test, you will receive a. The right answer is driver's license suspension. So I'm going to click on the third option, next. If a police officer requires you to take a blood, breath, or urine test, the right answer is must take the test or your license will be suspended. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one. This is correct. And next. If you are under age 21 and are convicted of driving under the influence of alcohol, you will receive a blank license suspension for a first offense. The right answer is 1 year. So I'm going to click on the last option and next. If a person under 21 years old consumes alcohol but it is not driving a motor vehicle, the penalty for a first offense is. The right answer of this question is a 90 days driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. So I'm going to click on the first option, correct. Next question. One of the penalties for driving under the influence of alcohol is a. The right answer is attendance to school highway safety school. So I'm going to click on the third option, correct, and next. It is against the law for anyone under the age of 21 to blank alcohol. The right answer is transport. So let's click on the last option, correct, and next. If you are under age 21 and are convicted of carrying a false ID card, you will be required to pay a $500 fine and your license will be suspended for 90 days. So the right answer of this question is even if you were not driving. So the second option is the right one. Parental consent to conduct breath, blood, and urine tests is. The right answer is not required. So I'm going to click on the first option, correct, and next. The third last question of quiz number 1 is, it is against the law for everyone under the age of 21 to blank alcohol. The right answer is consume, correct, and we will move to the second last question of quiz number 1. People under 16 years of age who use a false identification card to buy alcohol will. The right answer is receive a driving suspension that starts on their 16th birthday, correct, and next. The last question of quiz number 3 is, if under 21 years of age you are considered to be driving while under the influence if your blood alcohol level is. The right answer of this question is 0.02% or higher. So let's click on the last option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and this is the end of quiz number 3. Congratulations on completing your first 3 quizzes, and now it's time to move to the fourth one. So I'm going to click on practice driving test number 4. First question is, when you enter traffic from a stop away from the curb, you. The right answer of this question is need a large enough gap to get up to the speed of traffic. So I'm going to click on the second option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and next. The second question of quiz number 4 is, you come to an intersection which is blocked by other traffic. You should. The right answer of second question is stay out of the intersection until you can pass through. So I'm going to click on the third option. Yeah, next. The third question is, what should you do when you are going to enter a roadway from a private road? The right answer of this question is yield the right of way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one. Yeah, this is the correct one, and next. The driver's left arm and hand are extended downwards and hand signal means that the driver plans to. The right answer of this question is stop. So I'm going to click on the third option, next. You are about to make a left turn. You must signal continuously during the last blank feet before the turn. The right answer of this question is 100. So I'm going to click on the third option, correct, and next. To turn left from a multi-lane one-way street onto a one-way street, you should start your turn from. The right answer of this question is the lane closest to the left curb. Correct, and next. You drive along a street and hear a siren. You cannot immediately see the emergency vehicle. You should. The right answer of this question is pull to the curb and look to see if it is on your street. So let's click on the second option. This is the correct one, and we will move to the eighth question of quiz number 4. If you are driving on an interstate freeway and a car is attempting to merge into your lane, you should. The right answer of this question is, if possible, safely make room for the merging vehicle. So I'm going to select the first option, correct, and we will move to the second last question of quiz number 4. The question is, when parking uphill on a two-way street with no curb, your front wheel should be. The right answer of this question is turn to the right away from the street. So I'm going to select the second option. The last question is, you want to turn right at the next intersection. You should begin to use your turn signal. The right answer is at least 100 feet before the turn. So I'm going to click on the third option. Yeah, this is the correct one. And this is also the end of quiz number 4.
Congratulations on completing your first 4 quizzes. As you know that in this video, we are going to cover the first 5 quizzes, and in the second part of this video, we will cover the next 5 quizzes. So let's click on practice driving test number 5, which have 15 questions. The first question is, in a parking space reserved for people with disabilities, a non-disabled driver. The right answer of this question is the last one, which is may neither park, stop, nor stand, which is the last one. Yeah, next. The second question is, if you are parked parallel to the curb, you may get out of the car on the traffic side. The right answer is when you will not interfere with oncoming vehicle, which is the third option. And let's go on the third one. Yeah, correct. And next. A no parking sign at a certain location means the right answer is you may stop temporarily to load or unload passengers, which is the second option. Yeah, and next. You may not park your vehicle. The right answer of this question is the second one, which is next to a red painted curb. So I'm going to click on the second option. This is the correct one, and next. Before you leave a parking space which is parallel to the curb, you should. So you can choose the third answer, which is look for traffic by turning your head. Next. The sixth question is, when parking your vehicle parallel to the curb on a level street, the right answer of this question is your wheel must be within 18 inches of the curb, which is the second option, right? And next. The seventh question is, assuming that the street is level, what should you do after you have finished parallel parking in a space between two other cars? The right answer of this question is the last one, which is straighten your front wheels and leave room between cars. So I'm going to click on the last option, and next. It is illegal to park your vehicle. The right answer of eighth question is in an unmarked crosswalk, which is the first option. And next. A no parking sign at a certain location means, so you can choose second option, which is you may stop temporarily to load or unload passengers. So second option, right? Next. You may not park your vehicle. So again, you can choose second option, which is next to a red painted curb. So I'm going to click on the second option, right? And next. You may never park. The right answer of 11th question is in a crosswalk, which is the third option. So I'm going to click on the third one, right? And next. A driver may park in a space reserved for people with disabilities if the vehicle displays license plates for the disabled. So the third option is the right one, which is and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Correct, and next. The third last question of quiz number 5 is, a no standing sign at a certain location means, so you can choose the third option, which is you may stop temporarily to pick up or discharge passengers. So third option. Second last question is, a no stopping sign means that unless directed to do so by a policeman, you may stop only. So the right answer of 14th question is to avoid conflict with other traffic. So I'm going to click on the second option. Yeah, and next. Last question is, if you are parked parallel to the curb, you may get out of the car on the traffic side. The right answer of last question is when you will not interfere with oncoming vehicle. So I'm going to click on the third option. This is the correct one, and this is also the end of quiz number 5.